If you're one of those Snyder fans who are about to attack me, harass me, or put in the comment section down below that I don't understand the situation and that I'm a complete idiot, then please hear me out for just a couple of minutes. Just a couple of minutes in a time of day. Maybe get yourself a drink, maybe get yourself a snack, take a break, relax, get on a comfy couch, wherever it is you like sitting down or laying down, however you watch these videos. And please just hear me out for the couple of minutes that I'm going to speak. Because the Snyderverse fandom has gone to a point where the small minority of toxicity people are now expanding and expanding. And the only way as Snyder fans, the only way we can prevent it is by addressing it. The only way. Because in this world, one way to stop a problem, you gotta acknowledge there's a problem and then do something about that problem. That's how every problem is fixed. If your phone is broken, you acknowledge your phone's broken, and then you go do something about it. Whether you try repairing it yourself, maybe you go to a place nearby that fixes phones. You do something, but that's how you do it. That's how you fix problems. You acknowledge there's a problem, and then you do something to fix it. You go find solutions. And that's where we are with the Snyder fandom. We are at a point where the average Joe, a person who has never been in film fandom, they're probably those people who they'll see a trailer, they're like, well, that looks pretty good, I'll go watch it. And then they go watch it, and they're like, I had fun with it, bye. And then they don't watch YouTube videos, they don't go on Twitter, they're just, I like this movie, bye. Those people, every day, there are new movie fans. That's true. Every fandom. New people come in every day where they're exposed to it. Maybe they find it on Twitter and they have fun with it. We are now at a point where that average Joe, that average person who isn't a hardcore movie fan like us, we are now at a point where that person looks at the Snyder fandom and thinks, I ain't want no part of it. Bruh, no, get me out of that. I ain't going anywhere near that toxic side of the fandom. I am sick and tired. And look, I'm going to speak for every Snyder fan YouTube right now. I'm not a big channel. I'm nowhere near as big as a lot of other channels. But I have a platform. And part of having a platform is if there's a problem, you address it. And I'm going to finally address it because for the longest time, I've been worried about Snyder fans attacking me and harassing me because I've been attacked and harassed. When I gave James Gunn's Suicide Squad a positive review, I got a lot of messages. I had a lot of people messaging me, telling me that I betrayed Zack Snyder, that I'm a traitor, and that I remember I had a lot of people tell me that they were unsubscribing because they just believed that I wasn't a Snyder fan anymore. They were telling me that supporting DC projects that aren't Snyder is betraying the fandom. Newsflash, idiot. I was a DC fan before Zack Snyder came in, and I'll continue being a fan after. And look, this is coming from a guy whose favorite movie of all time is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Look at the background. Look at the background of this video right now. Who's right here next to me? Henry Cavill's Superman. As a massive Zack Snyder fan, I love Zack Snyder's filmmaking. The fandom has gone to a point where that small toxic side that we've been throwing under a rug, that small toxic side that we've been just hiding under a rug, is expanding and expanding and expanding. And they don't even know that they're toxic. A lot of people who are toxic never know that they're toxic because that's how ignorance works. Okay? I'm so tired of seeing Snyder fan YouTubers telling me and making videos saying, but I always address the toxicity. No, you don't. Actually make it a thumbnail. Make it your main topic. Now, I'm not telling you how to run a YouTube channel, but if you want to actually end a problem, you make it the main focus. Okay? Because as much as you just want to throw it under a rug that the toxic side is a small minority, guess what? That minority is going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. Look at the Star Wars fandom. A lot of people don't even want to be involved in Star Wars anymore. Directors don't want to be. Actors don't want to be. I mean, obviously there are because it's still Star Wars, a massive product. But, look at the Star Wars fandom right now. A lot of people They'll see Star Wars and be like, oh my God, look at all these weirdos. Why are they so aggressive towards a movie? It's like, that's what the Snyder fandom is going to become if we don't actually address it. Because that small minority of toxic Star Wars fans eventually expanded and expanded and expanded. And guess where they are now? So if you're a Snyder fan YouTuber who says, oh, but they're just a small minority, I'm sorry, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. You're a complete moron if you don't actually acknowledge that toxic side is expanding every day. Stop making 10-second messages in your 3-hour videos saying, oh, but I always criticize toxic fandom. Guess what? Criticizing them for 10 seconds doesn't do crap. Doesn't. Actually make a video and address the toxicity. And I'm talking to every Snyder fan YouTuber. And I say this as look, I'll tell you this every day. The reason why my channel ever grew in the first place is because of the Snyder fandom. You have any idea how much I'm risking my channel right now? I'm risking my channel. And I don't care anymore. Because, look, I don't do this for a living. So at one point, I don't want to be a shill anymore. I've been a Snyder shill. I don't like using the word shill often, but I have been a shill for years. Even when I've criticized the Snyder fandom, I was too scared to even try to make an entire video on it because I've already done some. And every time I would get harassed, I would get attacked, but I was so scared to do it again and to actually fully address it. The Snyder fandom is only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. Okay? And look, let me address this first. The people who are saying hashtag rip the Snyderverse, you're just as bad. You're just as bad. To people who are saying, no, the Snyderverse is dead in Hollywood. It's objectively proven it'll never happen. You're just as toxic. And yes, I'm talking about the debate that happened yesterday in this stream, which I actually have on the community tab. So you can go check it out on the community tab. I'll be putting a link in the comment section down below. It will be pinned, so don't worry. You can go check it out. But it was basically Matt Jarbo and Saggy Melons. They both were debating Max from Movie Madness Entertainment and Enoch from Poindexter Lounge. By the way, all great people. Although I'm not a fan of Matt Jarbo. I'll admit that right now. Not a fan of him. I'm a fan of the other people, but not a fan of Matt Jarbo. But Jarbo and Saggy didn't deserve the harassment and attacks they were getting. And look, I'll criticize them for the things they've said about the Snyderverse fandom, but that's irrelevant. They were actually sent literal death threats. And all Max, look, Max, I doubt you're watching this. But if you are, Max, the problem with what you're doing is you're not actually addressing the toxicity. You're just praising the Snyder fandom and saying, oh, but I call out the toxic side. And that's what every Snyder fan YouTuber is doing, including me. I put myself at the forefront of this. I'll admit I'm part of the problem. I am. That's why I want to apologize to everyone. RJ from Resident Justice, Brian, Master of None, Saggy Melons, every person who's ever been harassed and attacked by a Snyder fan. I want to apologize to you right now. And look, maybe I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But guess what? I complied with it. I didn't even try preventing it. And I could have made this video a long time ago. Maybe this video won't even prevent anything at all. But guess what? At least this time, I'll have dignity and understand that I actually called out the toxicity. And again, this is coming from a guy whose favorite movie of all time is Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm so tired of seeing the Snyder fandom go through this route. Stop saying it's a small part. Because it's not anymore. It's not anymore. It's not. It's going to expand, expand, expand. Because that's what's been happening. We are now proving Jody's Corner and Andy Signal right. We are proving them right. And look, they're still terrible people. The way they handled the Snyder Cut situation, they're complete morons and idiots. Let's put that out every day. Let's admit that right now. But guess what? When they say that there are actual literal Snyder cultists, they're not wrong anymore. They're not wrong. There are Snyder cultists. The people who only watch Snyder movies and they're telling other people that they only can watch Snyder films and attacking other people for dare disrespecting their films. Those people are Snyder cultists. Plain and simple. And look, to the people who are about to harass and attack me here on the comment sections, think about it. Think about it. Because I'm not calling you toxic specifically, but if you believe I am, then think about what you've been doing online for the last couple of years. And I say this to every one of my friends here on YouTube. Everyone knows how big of a Snyder fan I am. To to us YouTubers, mainly the Snyder fan YouTubers, we gotta do something about it because we've done jack crap nothing. We've literally just hid it under a rug. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the only way to end a problem is by acknowledging it and by trying to find solutions. If you don't do both of those things, then guess what? It's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And again, do you really want to have Fandom Menace 2.0? Didn't think so. And I can already see me being harassed. Maybe I gotta stop YouTube for a while, but I already made a video on this. I didn't like doing it. There was a lot of debates between that turkey video Zack Snyder uploaded. And look, I'll admit this right now. Let me actually say something from what I said last video. I said in the last video that it is the best thing Zack Snyder can do is address it. I'll admit this. I don't think Zack Snyder can ever. Let's say Zack Snyder was to pull up his phone and say, "Hey, I hate toxicity." That's not going to do anything because toxic people don't know they're toxic. So if Zack Snyder addresses it, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing's going to happen. Doesn't matter. People are going to be toxic no matter what. You know who they are going to listen to? The Snyder fan YouTubers who actually show you what toxic, like me. I'll explain what toxicity is. Toxicity is when you're going and harassing other people, sending them death threats for not being a part of the Snyderverse. Who are attacking the Snyderverse. Look, I'll criticize, for example, Saggy. She's probably watching this video. Nate, putting your title, #RIP the Snyderverse. I don't care how passionate you are. At the end of the day, that title was pretty stupid. Because you are enlightening attacks. But again, that's not the problem. The problem we have to talk about is the death threat she was sent. Matt Jarbo, you have also been #RIP the Snyderverse. So it's not like I'm on one side. I'm on the middle, and I see the problems within each side. I see the problem on each side. It doesn't matter. I see the problems on both sides. So putting #RIP the Snyderverse, all you're doing is enlightening that toxic side. What you should do is talk calmly, address it. See the problem, and try figuring out the solution. And look, my title and thumbnail is probably just going to be me. It's just going to say, I'm done with the Snyderverse. You could put that because that's a calmer way of doing it. But when you're putting RIP the Snyderverse, you are now causing more havoc and more issues. But that's not the issue. Again, that's not the issue. That's a small fraction of the issue. The real issue is the death threats and the harassment. And even Jody's corner. Even Jody doesn't deserve death threats. I don't care. This is a movie at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the point of cinema is to bring people together, have different filmmakers have their vision, and as a fandom, enjoy that. But anyways, that's going to be it for my video today. And I expect to get hate. And you know what? I gotta step up. This is part of the job. Hate and criticism is a major part of being on social media. It's a big part, and I'll take it in. Just to everyone who's about to attack me and harass me, just think about what I've said, because again, the Snyder fandom is becoming more toxic every day. Okay, the review bombing, the harassment, the not acknowledging there's a freaking problem. That's all toxic. I don't care who you are. And look, to all my Snyder fan YouTubers who are surprisingly watching this, please. At the end of the day, we are role models. We are setting an example. I mean, I'm not because I'm a small YouTuber. But, look, I don't expect this video to change anyone's minds. But what I'm at least hoping is at least one, maybe two, maybe even three people look at this and think, I've been reevaluating this poorly and maybe I should change how I talk and how I express myself. That's what I'm hoping happens. But until next time, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.